Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be more new perfume releases of 2025, and will I be adding them to bag. Per usual, we have quite a few fragrances to go over this month, so let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, first up is a fragrance that's actually my scent of the day, and that is Ellis Brooklyn's Guava Granita. This one just released in time for the Sephora VIB, so I took the plunge and just went straight for the bottle. I knew I wanted this right away. This is part of like their summer collection. Like they're being advertised as another new summer release, and I fell in love with Miami Nectar. I went through a whole travel and then I got a larger bottle, and this time around I just went straight for the bottle. So this one has notes of guava juice, banana, mango blossom, Pavilion melon, vanilla, sandalwood, and almond milk. I will talk about this fragrance more in next week's perfume haul, so I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts on that one. I'm wearing Guava Granita with Rare Beauty's Body and Hair Mist and Awaken Confidence. Keeping in line with Ellis Brooklyn, we are gonna go over a new dry shampoo. So not a hair mist, this is a dry shampoo, and I'm super excited to try this. This is from the brand Amica, and this is going to be a limited edition collaboration with Ellis Brooklyn and their Miami Nectar scent. I do want to get this one. I love dry shampoo, and this sounds like it's going to smell really good. This sounds like something I wouldn't mind mixing up with, you know, Miami Nectar or Saint Bart from Way. So I definitely want to pick this up. Keeping in line with mists, now this isn't your typical mist. When I first saw it, I thought it was a body mist. This is a scent screen mist from Skylar. This is SPF 30, and it's in the scent Boardwalk Delight. And it's gonna have top notes of an aquatic accord, watery apple, juicy raspberry, middle notes of water lily, guava flower, coconut milk, and base notes of cotton candy, vanilla, solar amber, and musk. It's safe for sensitive skin. It's cruelty free. This sounds really interesting because I think this is a great way to get people to use SPF. Even I forget to use my SPF, but if I had something scented, then this is something I wouldn't mind wearing. So I do like the idea of this. And then Lush is coming out with a Hello Kitty collection, and they are coming out with some bath bombs, shower gel, and then there is going to be a Hello Kitty and Friends perfume. And this one is going to have wisps of sugary candy floss wrapped up in clean, freshly laundered blankets with a dash of snow fairy and milky bath magic. So if you enjoy Lush, they are coming out with bath bombs, a gel, and a perfume. Okay, so our first set of fragrances. Now, I don't know if these are each different fragrances or one fragrance and like 4 different bottle styles, only because where I'm looking online, I don't see 4 sets of fragrance notes. So you guys would have to let me know, but this is Xerjoff in collaboration with Duran Duran. This is Neo Rio, and it has notes of candied fig, rum, Alemi Absolute, Spanish cistus oil, maple syrup, rose oil, saffron, Peru balsam, patchouli, and tonka bean. So again, you guys would have to let me know. It seems like it's just one fragrance, and then you could pick it in one of these 4 colors, but I could be wrong. Okay, I've never heard of this brand, but I think that the ad for it is really cute. This is called MCM Worldwide, and it looks like they're coming out with like a collection of fragrances. They're coming out with Darling Doxy with notes of chamomile, ylang, and sandalwood, Daring Dragon with notes of yuzu, almond flower, and sandalwood, Charming Pup with notes of rose, cedarwood, and vetiver, Mighty Bear with notes of bergamot, vanilla, and sandalwood, Zen Elephant with notes of freesia, magnolia, and oak moss, and Jolly Rabbit with notes of orange, neroli, and vetiver. So again, that is MC Worldwide. Okay, kind of keeping in line with a range of fragrances. So Bob Marley's Legacy of Peace, Unity, and Love inspired the creation of the Marley Fragrance Collection. This is in collaboration with the Marley family. The collection includes 6 fragrances, and each scent embodies one of these core messages. So we have Peace, which is fresh, herbal, and calming. Unity, which is fruity, bright, and energizing, and then Love, which is warm, romantic, and intimate. We have Mellow Mood, Place of Peace, Simmer Down, Soul Rebel, Lights Down Low and Satisfying My Soul. And this range will be available on April 17th. It looks like you can only get these online, so I wouldn't be able to test these out. But if I saw a discovery set where you could test out the fragrances, I would definitely purchase a discovery set. These look like my kind of fragrances. So again, that is Marley Fragrances. All right, then Donna Karan New York, they're coming out with a new range called Be Delicious Ice Pop. And at first I thought that these were those candied apples, which I thought was a missed opportunity, but these are, I guess, apple pops. So they're coming out with 3 fragrances in the range, and we have Citrus Splash with notes of grapefruit tonic, golden peach sorbet, dewy peony, and sandalwood. Berry Bliss with notes of crushed mint leaves, raspberry, and cotton candy. And then Very Cherry with notes of cherry popsicle, red peonies, and sandalwood. So really cute. Not anything I'll be on the hunt for, but I do think the range is kind of adorable looking. Another range of perfumes. We have 3 from Sarah Jessica Parker. We have Blue Rhapsody with notes of mandarin, nutmeg, iris, sandalwood, amber, and oud. Smitten in Pink with notes of marigold, orange, amberwood, praline, saffron, musk, and broxton and oak moss. And Divine Line with notes of bergamot, grapefruit, mandarin, neroli, orange blossom, musk, amber, and amberwood. I think these bottles are super cute. I love the bright and vibrant color, and if they came with a mini set of these in little egg shapes like this, I would definitely pick those up, because I do enjoy Sarah Jessica Parker and I have enjoyed several of her fragrances. But this is another one where I can't get into store to test it out, so it would have to be some kind of discovery set, but I am interested. All right, then it looks like we are getting a new flanker from Chanel, and this is from the Chance line. This is Chance Eau Splendid, and this is going to have notes of raspberry accord, rose, violet, rose geranium, iris, white musk, and cedar. This is one I'll definitely get into store to try. I did notice that some of the last few releases, they are not coming in the small, I don't know if it's a 30 or 40 ml, which is the size I prefer, but I would definitely test this one out in store. So again, from Chanel, that is Chance Eau Splendid. Looks like we are getting a flanker from Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. This is Capri in Love. I do love these bottles with that kind of blue tile. I think it's a very beautiful bottle. This is going to have top notes of jasmine tea, heart notes of a crisp green apple, and base notes of spicy Langoza. And if you guys have been watching me, you guys know that I'm over Light Blue, and they're pretty good at keeping the DNA. So it just looks like another summer release. So if you enjoy collecting these and getting the newest release, then I think this is nice, but not anything I'll be on the hunt for. All right, then we have a new fragrance by Vera Wang, and this is called Love. This comes in the shape of a wedding ring, and even though I like kind of out there bottles, I don't know that I would like this one. This is going to have notes of mandarin essence, pink pepper, a blackcurrant accord, heart notes of exclusive Queen of the Night, whatever that means, Indian tuberose absolute, Indian jasmine, and sambac absolute, and then base notes of ambrox super and a vanilla accord. So not anything I'll be on the hunt for. All right, then we have a new one from Paris Hilton. This is called Paris Hilton Iconic. This is going to have top notes of pear blossom, raspberry, peach nectar, heart notes of peony, lily of the valley, magnolia, and base notes of sandalwood, amber, and musk. This will be available at Ulta stores, and it does look like they're gonna have a travel, but I don't know, I've never, like, my sister really enjoyed a lot of the Paris Hilton fragrances, so I never really got into them because it was kind of her thing when we would go out. So I guess if I was at Ulta, I would definitely try it out, but not anything I'll be picking up. I haven't been enjoying any of the celebrity fragrances that I've picked up as of lately, so I kind of don't want to waste my travel money on that one. All right, then we have a new Oscar de la Renta Bella Soleil, and this is going to have top notes of solar, fruity, floral, and mango, middle notes of tiger orchid, and base notes of vetiver. I enjoyed the first 2 Oscar de la Renta's, Bella Blush, I think was one of them, and Bella Blanca. I passed those on to my mom, as well as the one in the gold bottle. So not anything I'll be looking for. I also don't see these out in store around where I live. So again, that's Oscar de la Renta Bella Soleil. All right, then we have 2 new fragrances. We have Carolina Herrera's Wild Love Duo. Wild Love for Women. This has notes of pink grapefruit, ylang ylang, and vanilla. I don't like this bottle. And a perfume has never moved me to the point where I can overlook the way a bottle looks. So this isn't even what I would try, just because I don't care for the bottle much. But they are coming out with another women's fragrance. Now this bottle might be tacky to some of you, but I find this bottle to be pretty. It's like a little butterfly, and this is called La Bomba by Carolina Herrera, and this one has notes of pitaya, cherry peony, and vanilla. So this is one that I would definitely try out if I saw it in store. And again, I think this bottle is pretty. That is La Bomba by Carolina Herrera. And then we have a new Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's Agia or Agia, but this is going to have notes of bergamot, violet leaf, ylang ylang, middle notes of fig nectar, jasmine sambac, and base notes of coconut milk, musk, and sandalwood. I've never really been into the Bronze Goddess. I tried them so long ago, I don't even know or remember what they smell like. But there are so many summery fragrances that I love and enjoy. It's not anything that piques my interest enough. But if I saw it in store, I would definitely try it out. Then we have a new one by Nina Ricci, and this is Nina Rouge Crush, and this is going to have top notes of cherry and raspberry, heart notes of damask rose and gardenia, and base notes of vanilla and cedar. I think the bottle's super pretty, but not anything I'll be on the hunt for. Then we have a new one from Louis Vuitton. I don't know if this is Elves or Elvies. I don't know if this has a certain pronunciation, but this is going to have notes of ginger and cinnamon, middle notes of violet, rose, lily of the valley, Bulgarian rose absolute, and base notes of amber and patchouli. I've enjoyed some Louis Vuitton fragrances, but they are, to me, in my opinion, overpriced. And I have found dupes that have come pretty close and hybrids that I enjoy more. But for my Louis Vuitton lovers, they are coming out with a new fragrance. Okay, so BDK is coming out with a new fragrance. It's Empadia. Not sure how to pronounce that one, but this one is going to have notes of Italian mandarin, Italian bergamot oil, and pear, and heart notes of Bulgarian rose oil, Turkish rose absolute, North African orange flower, and then base notes of Akigala wood, vanilla absolute, and sandalwood. So BDK has been a hit or miss house for me, and they're not a house that I could test out in stores, so not anything I'll be picking up. Hey guys, Busted Becky here. So I did want to hop back in here because I did find a new fragrance that is releasing that I do want to get my hands on a sample. This is from Goldfield and Banks, and this is Pacific Rock Flower. So Pacific Rock Flower is a floral, aromatic, and woody fragrance with top notes of lemon, eucalyptus, tea, and sea salt, followed by middle notes of coral flower, mimosa, tuberose, and base notes of moss, cedarwood, patchouli, and sandalwood. It looks like it's gonna be a hybrid between Pacific Rock Moss and like a floral fragrance. So this is supposed to be a mix of florals and salty breeze, which sounds absolutely amazing. Something about a salty floral fragrance sounds like something I want to try. Then we have from Lattafa, we have a Theory, and this bottle's kind of interesting looking. It's got this honeycomb bottom and top, and this is going to have top notes of passion flower, dewdrop, middle notes of orchid and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla and amberwood. Again, Lattafa is a house where they're inexpensive, but not anything that I'll blindly buy. All right, and then last, to close this video out, we have a new flanker. This is by Lattafa. We have Camera Ducan, and this is going to have top notes of mandarin, pimento, and smoked spices, middle notes of cistus, orange flower, incense, and patchouli, and base notes of tobacco, amber, tonka bean, benzoin, and praline. So I'll probably wait for Coco Pebs to review this fragrance and probably read some of the reviews on Fragrantica and various sites that I read reviews, just because this might be a little too smoky for my liking. But Lattafa fragrances are inexpensive, so I had no trouble testing out the first two. I was able to resell my first one, and then I fell in love with Camera's Kahwa, and I still love and have that one. So I would definitely keep my eyes out for reviews on this one and then make my decision. Just so you know, Ducan translates to smoke in Arabic, and it's a nod to the Middle Eastern tradition of burning incense to perfume homes and garments. So it does sound interesting. Smoky notes are hit or miss for me, but if it's like a sweet smoky fragrance, maybe. So again, I'm gonna be watching some reviews. So that is more new perfume releases of 2025. Although we have a couple months till summer comes, I'm already feeling the summer heat here in Florida. We are already experiencing 85 to almost 90-degree weather here. So even though it's still springtime, I'm looking forward to some tropical fragrances. So besides Guava Granita, there isn't anything I can see myself getting a full bottle of. I would like to see discovery sets of the Marley fragrances as well as Sarah Jessica Parker. I am interested to get into store to try La Bomba just because I think that bottle is super cute, but nothing else really comes out at me as needing right now. I will say non-perfume, I do want to pick up the Mika and Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar Dry Shampoo collaboration, as well as I am interested in Skylar's Boardwalk Delight. I do really like the idea of there being an SPF to it, just because I already use different mists, and if there's an SPF, I think that's a good way for me to remember. I always wear SPF on my face, but I forget to do my arms, and I walk at least 4 to 5 times a week with my mom, so this would be a nice addition. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys interested in anything, or is there anything you've already tried out, and what are your thoughts on them? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.